Hello friends, I'm Kendall. You may know me from Big Time Rush, also Heffron Drive. I just wanted to say you're watching the coolest thing ever. It really is. Teen Groove, on the move. These girls are moving, and they're grooving.
What's up guys, this is Lenore and you're tuning into Teen Groove on the Move. We are sitting down with Kendall Schmidt. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great, how are you?
Enjoying the weather. It's finally warm here on the East Coast, unlike in LA where you're always warm.
Well, when I got here I flew to Newark and it was a downpour, to say the least. So I was like, what's going on? But I was hoping they could send it to California because we haven't had much rain at all, and we need it.
But did you come in yesterday morning?
Yeah, 8 o'clock.
Thunder and lightning.
Yeah, it was a little bit dangerous. I was feeling a little scared.
Yeah,
on the plane.
It woke me up and it made me not want to go to my final, but I went, so it's all good.
I would have used it as a reason to get out of the final. You're not going to pass. Oh, darn.
Now you're doing really big things. Besides Big Time Rush, you are going back to your roots and going back to Heffron Drive with Dustin. How's that?
It's great. I'm happy that I actually finally get a chance to do it, and just playing, like, there's small acoustic shows, but just playing those songs on the guitar and singing them is going to make me so happy, just because it's been forever and I haven't played them. We've never played them like this before, so the people in Germany who are going to hear it for the first time are going to be hearing it for the first time. Like, no one's ever heard us play it like that before. Because you know Heffron Drive is like electronic, and so we had to do some figuring out how to take things that were electronic and put them on acoustic. So I'm using a loop pedal, sort of like inspired by Ed Sheeran. I'm also playing A-Team. I'm going to play that cover. But I figured out how to like make a beat and stuff, so I'm doing that.
Now, before Big Time Rush, you did actually have Heffron Drive, so you never really put it to the side, did you? Was it always just there?
Well, I mean, yeah, it's technically on the side, but it was always there. Like, Dustin plays guitar for Big Time Rush, and he's always, everywhere we've gone as a band, he's gone too, so he's seen the world with us, and he's basically like the fifth member. If there was a fifth member of Big Time Rush, Dustin would be it. So he's sort of like the middleman for everybody. Like, if I'm like, James today, just, you know, let's do this, and then James would be like, Kendall, and he's like, yeah, I know. So he definitely is really helpful in the sense of, like, he keeps things a little bit calm because it's someone to vent to and stuff. But ultimately, he's been my best friend and he's been my bandmate and he's been there the whole time. So we're gonna keep doing some music when I get time.
Now you're going to Germany next week, is that so? Or the week after?
Saturday, coming up real soon.
Man, okay. How many places are you going to? What places are you playing at?
First place we're flying to is Vienna. We're playing a show in Vienna first, and then we have a day off in Vienna, and then flying to, I'm not sure, I can't remember the exact order, but it's Stuttgart, Cologne, Berlin, and Mannheim.
Are these all places that you performed with the rest of the guys in Big Time Rush as well? Or are these all new places that you're visiting?
We've performed in Cologne, we've performed in Berlin, we've performed in Munich, but I'm not going to Munich this time.
Now, is it going to be weird going without the three of them and it's just going to be you and Dustin? That's it?
It would be weird to go with Dustin and play Big Time Rush songs. That would be weird, but the fact that, like, we're going and we're playing stuff that we wrote, I mean, like, the boys have always known too that I wanted to still do my band, and when I left, they were like, dude, go for it, it's going to be a great time, like, you know, have a blast. So they're supportive of me, and as I would be for anything that they ever wanted to do. Carlos directed an episode and we were all supportive of him, of doing it, and if James wanted to do some sort of guest star on something, or Logan or those guys, or whatever thing they want to do musically, we're supportive of each other. We love each other, you know, friends.
I saw some fans outside. They have some questions for you. They want to know, is this the end of you and Big Time Rush, or are you going to be performing as Heffron Drive and Big Time Rush? Like, what's the deal with all that?
Well, the deal with all that, one, these are just a sort of like small little thing. It's just for me, for fun. It's for the fans who have been fans of Heffron Drive for a long time and haven't gotten to see anything. And not just that there's only German fans, but that's just where we're playing shows. And partly because we're doing a tour in the U.S. for Big Time Rush starting June 21st. So I didn't want to interfere with anything here because it's like you're already doing tour dates. I didn't want to do anything like that. So it's just a little fun thing for me to do, fun thing for the fans. And I know everyone's going to get to see it because they're going to put it on YouTube and stuff like that. But no, I've been hearing that a lot today. It's not the end of Big Time Rush. I think that's just because Carlos might have tweeted that thing that was like, you know, we'll never be in this room again or something like that. But it's just been 4 years, so every time that the show ends, there's always an uncertainty. But at the same time, if the show gets great ratings and it's popular like it always is, then I think we'll come back and do something, whether it's like a TV movie or 6 episodes and something, who knows, but we're definitely not done. And we're still going on tour and we're putting out an album, it's just about to come out, so nothing is happening to Big Time Rush.
Yeah, tell us about that album. It's called 24/7, right?
Yeah.
It comes out next month?
24/7/SEVEN. I'm super. I had to do my research. Trust me, because when we coming up with the name, I wrote the song. Me and Logan wrote the song 24/7. So when we were deciding that was going to be the album, I went online and looked up who else had named their album 24/7 in the past, and everyone had done it a different way. So I was like, one was 24/7, one was 24/7 completely spelled out, and so we had to pick one that hasn't been done before, just because we wanted it to be different, original, and it's great. I'm so proud of it. The music, we've spent so much time, the details that we put into the music and the effort. Everybody sings a lot. Like there's no like one person who just takes over everything. The first and second album, I sang a lot of pretty much everything, and it's been equaling out as it goes on, and now it's everyone sings almost equally. It's awesome.
Not gonna lie, I've been to a couple of your shows. You guys put on a phenomenal performance. I was in the front with a camera one time, and I'm just like, I just want to go in the back and dance.
You really mean that?
Yes, I swear. I even went home to my brother's because my brother actually bought me tickets to your concert for my birthday last year, the one with One Direction. He's like, did you have a good time? And I was like, yes, Joe, I had a fantastic time.
That's awesome. Well, I'm hoping we're going to put the same amount of effort in as we did last time to this next tour. And the stage is going to be different. The set list is going to be different. I think we're going to try to add in 6 new songs, which, speaking of which, when I'm done today, I have to come up with the set list and say. So I've been meaning to do it for the last 2 days, but I'm going to make up the way we do it is I make a set list, Carlos makes a list, James, Logan, and then we compile them together and see which ones match. And then we'll take the best of the ideas from each of them and then make that set list. But I think we're going to try to that's pretty intense, 6 new songs. And we don't have tons of rehearsal time, but it's always like that. It's always a big rush. No pun intended.
Now, you've done, obviously, millions and millions of interviews. What is the weirdest question somebody has asked you?
Wow. Weirdest question? I don't know. Well, the one I always get that is bothersome. How about this? The most bothersome question.
Okay.
Do you guys who does the best pranks? You guys always pranking each other? Everyone always wants to know about pranking. Like prank. I literally hear it maybe once every 3rd interview. And I don't get why. I mean, yeah, we prank each other, but we're not always just running around trying to pull each other's pants down, or spray someone with paint, or I think the prank group is probably the Janoskians. That's kind of their thing. So, no, I always think it's funny. What kind of pranks do you do? I'm like, scaring them, going behind the wall, and that's pretty much the extent of our pranking. But that always confuses me. Does everyone want to know about that?
I guess. I don't know. You can inspire me to pull pranks on my brothers or my sweet mates at school. But I did see the picture of the Janoskians with their pants down and you in the studio. What happened?
Well, I'll tell you the series of events. I was going to try to post this series of events in one picture, but because there's no app shrinks them down to the right size yet, I couldn't do it. So I just took the best one. Anyway. So I was like, let's take a picture. Long story short, the producer of them, Jeremy, and I think he's their manager too. I wrote a lot of songs with him, Crazy For You, 24/7 on the next album, and he's always been a big fan of mine, likewise. So he called me and he's like, look, we're doing this song, it's a thing, I can't really talk much about it because it's theirs, I don't want to ruin any of that stuff. So I need you to come sing it so they can reference it, so they can because he knows that I can get stuff done really quickly, and anything he asks for I can do it. So he wanted me to sort of sing so that they could reference what I'm singing so that they could sing it. And so I show up and we're all hanging out, and at the end I was like, yeah, we gotta get a picture. I mean, come on. They're cool kids. I went to their little birthday party on a rooftop birthday party. And I was like, let's take one. So we went like this. It was a normal photo, just cheesy smiling. And then I was like, this is messed up. Why am I not doing something crazy? So I grabbed the 2 twins' beanies and was pulling them off as we were taking the photo, and that was kind of crazy. And that was enough for me. I was like, cool, I'm happy with that.
You're such a rebel.
I know, right? And then Bo goes, let's take our pants off. And I was like, I'm sorry, what? He's like, yeah, no, come on guys, let's take our pants off. And so everyone except I was like, okay, and they just dropped trowel and we took a photo, and that was pretty much it. They're crazy. They're fun guys to be around. That's for sure. They're definitely fun to be around. I mean, they kind of just have a great time all the time.
I can see by all their videos. But for you this summer, like you said, you're going on tour. Is there one city that really stands out to you from all the times you've been touring for the past couple of years?
there's so many great places, and the audience is different in each city. You know, I've noticed there's northern New York, like upstate New York, they're like ear-shattering loud. Ear-shattering loud, right? And then there's places where people don't stop moving at all. They're just dancing the whole time. So it really just depends. But I mean, one that I'm excited for here in New York, obviously, is Jones Beach, because it's such a historic venue, and the people that have played there. I remember when I went, we played last time, we played 2 shows. We did one, and then toured for like a week and a half, and then came back and did it again. And when I was there the first time, there was a poster of like an Incubus concert. And I was like, Incubus played here. Like, this is crazy. Like, it was my favorite, one of my favorite bands. And I went fishing. I caught a lot of fish off the back end of it. I mean, they were like this big, but it was still fun. I mean, it's like, you don't get to go fishing very often on tour, so it was relaxing for me.
Now, when you have your downtime, what do you do? Obviously, I guess fishing.
I like fishing. Well, the problem is like where I live in California, I have a place in Vegas, but there's not much fishing there either. That's where I live now. But when I'm in California, there's nowhere to fish either. And fishing off the pier sucks because it's the pier, it's Santa Monica, it's like all pollution. You know, it's terrible. There's no lakes. So I wish I had a place to go fishing. That's what I would do if I had more free time. But hanging with friends, I always like to see my friends. Whenever I'm done, I'm usually calling somebody like, yo, what are you up to? Writing, playing guitar. I usually like, for some reason, I'll like restring my guitar, even if it doesn't really need to be. Just sort of like a therapeutic, like taking care of it. You know, I don't know. It's your instrument. You gotta take care of your instrument.
Good to know. So what's one thing that you usually, I'm gonna dig deep here, just so you know.
Let's do it.
What's one thing that, I know everyone's like, what's one thing that people don't know about you, but what's one thing that you really like, people really don't know?
That I haven't ever said?
Yes, that you haven't said, because I'm not going to take the typical answer here. Gotta make this juicy, exciting. It's the thinking face.
I'm really thinking, alright, I'll tell you something people don't know about me. So I played for the Burbank Vikings, the football team. Okay. It was like a city's football team. And you didn't have to go to a specific school to be on the team. It was just like the local team, right? So this was 13, 2 years before like freshman year, so it was like middle school. I always loved football. I was still a great athlete. I mean, I'm skinny now, but I can still play football. I was a tight end, and I never got to get a pass, which a tight end either blocks a lot or they get passed to a lot. So there was a play. There's a power right, roll right, tight end out. I'm getting deep because this is literally coming from nowhere right now. Power right, roll right, tight end out, and that was the one play that I would get the ball thrown to me every time because it was specifically designed just for that position. So whole seasons go by, 1, 2 seasons, and then finally I get power right, roll right, tight end out, and I was so excited, and I did it, and I caught the ball. And I ran, and it was a good run. I got tackled before the end zone, but it was still a good run. And then sure enough, it was the play right before halftime, so it totally didn't count in the least. Didn't even count for yardage. I mean, we had to switch, and it was like, you know, halftime. But I got 1 catch when I played for the Burbank Vikings. They called me No Hands Schmidt because I wasn't that great at catching. But now I'm a lot better. There's multiple nicknames. They call me Hollywood because I was like the only actor on the football team. And stuff like that, but that's something that I don't think I've ever told anybody.
You got the exclusive here, John.
You heard it, that I'm really not that great at football. No, I'm pretty good. You better watch out. We'll get a pickup game together, and you can be the cheerleaders.
Really? I'd rather throw the football than be cheerleader.
Yeah, you can play then. We'll play. All right. That sounds fun. Good pickup game.
Good. I'm gonna bring one to PNC when you're there this summer.
And we can film it and play a little pickup match.
Okay.
All right.
What if I beat you? How are you gonna feel about that?
Never gonna happen.
How do you know that? You don't know how athletic I am.
Never gonna happen. I'm just saying. Never gonna happen.
Yeah. So confident over here, Kendall. Very, very confident. But I want to thank you for joining us today. Is there one last message you want to tell the fans and everybody out there?
Yeah. Well, Big Time Rush wouldn't still be going if it wasn't for the fans. I mean, people say it all the time. They love their fans, but we adore them. And they're the best, and they're loyal, and even me being here by myself, they still show up and say hi, and they've been the most supportive, so we appreciate you guys, and there's been rumors going around that Big Time Rush is breaking up or something. Not happening, so don't worry about it.
Good, because your new season just came out.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. There's a new season, there's a new album, there's a new tour, nothing is happening, I promise you that, so relax.
Again, Kendall, thank you so much, and I will see you on tour this summer. Good luck in Germany.
Thank you.
And tell everybody I said hello.
I will, and thank you guys for watching. See ya.